The food movement can't survive alone. There's no food movement that just locks itself off and says, look, if only we drink the right olive oil and have the right red wine, everything's going to be fine, because that's rubbish. The only way that the food movement can really make the kinds of change it needs to make is in alliances with indigenous people and with unions, with labor movements, with radical politics, with women's rights organizations, and with organizations that want reparations for the ills of colonialism, and organizations transitioning towards a zero carbon future. The food movement can't do all that by itself, but the food movement can form alliances and with a transformative politics. I think the food movement can grow into being something that's a vital part of a much bigger politics. But the alternative is the food movement can just be a bunch of people who like to eat, and then it will fade into irrelevance, and that'll be okay, because most of the things that people will want to eat will also be harder and harder to come by, and by 2050 there'll be no more commercial fish available, and there'll be no sustainable food system in which we can eat. So the food movement has a choice. I've been an activist around food for a very long time. Initially, I became a food activist because I wanted to end hunger, and I still do. But for me, food activism is now also about histories of colonialism and racism and climate change and gender inequality. And the important thing about food is that it brings all this stuff together. And so being a food activist is also to be an activist on the front lines of everything that matters in the world today, from making sure that everyone has good paying work to making sure that we have a planet to live on in 50 years' time.